getting hyped already, dude. The XRP ETFs are, how do I put this? They are putting their to the grass and scraping it, you know, because we have 22 days left in the year. Average ranges remaining, accumulation, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. Math. We get math. So he's saying based on this, it's highly likely that the combined funds will reach 1 billion XRP by end of year. Okay, so let's assume that, right? We got people out there saying definitively, without a shadow of a doubt, they know how much are in the dark pools and OTC are left. 1 to 2 billion. Okay, we don't truly know. Let's just overestimate it for the sake of being conservative, right? So let's say 1 to 4 billion, okay? So even if it's 4 billion, things are looking still mighty fine, you know? We also have to take into consideration, being skeptical, that, yeah, when these when these ETFs in general hit the market, there's going to be that initial bang. We need to wait a couple of months and then see how the performance is. I mean, it's not like we have a choice. We will wait. That's all we can do in this awful game of chess we got going on. At this stage of the game, currently, 12/4/2025, 9:41 a.m. Price has dipped. Okay, let's acknowledge that first. The price has dipped. We smashed that ceiling into that 220 range. Boom, boom. Back. Here we go. Back at 213. Bitcoin, I believe, is still holding steady at 93,000, give or take. Yet again, I'm not worried about any of this, if you couldn't tell in all these recent videos. But we got approaching $1 billion AUM with 5 XRP ETFs, okay? That's in the first 2 weeks. We are now going on 2 weeks and 1 day. This is just with Vanguard just now allowing the ETFs. What was that, 2 days ago at this point? The portfolio managers are going to start, yet again, Bank of America, 1 to 4%. We want you 1 to 4%. We're going to put you in this allocation, make you money, we make money. That's how it goes. They ain't going to do nothing unless it benefits them. So this is just not taking into consideration literally the buying of XRP in any other capacity. This is not taking into account potentially BlackRock coming in with the ETF, which you'd assume they would down the line. This isn't even taking into consideration Evernorth, other treasury companies, the actual utility of the token, if they want to start fucking hooting and hollering that, Ripple Prime. This isn't taking into account the FOMO of whenever this market actually does pop off again in a bull market, and then that retail FOMO is going to hit different this time because now they got the portfolios there. The ease of the product is officially here. So there's no more BS of people BSing around, I guess you could say, about the fact that the price is not moving. We still have to burn through that OTC supply, but yet again, I try to be more conservative. Let's say it's 4 billion. Let's say 4 billion OTC, right? JP Morgan was estimating between 4 to 7 to 8 billion in the first year for XRP ETF. The inevitable outcome is what we know is coming. I just think people's time horizon is maybe a little bit too ambitious, but hey, I would love to be wrong. Don't know how many times I could say it. The XRP crypto stage is set. It doesn't take a PhD in math to figure out what's coming next. When interest rates, making money, markets less attractive, lock in. This is interesting. From 2020 to 2021, the crypto bull run preceding the surge starting in late 2020. Total U.S. money market fund assets peaked at approximately 4.6 trillion by mid-2020, driven by the vid, liquidity injections, and flight to safety before rotating into risk assets like crypto. 2024 to 2025 crypto bull run. Ahead of the rally ignited by the April 2024 Bitcoin halving and ETF inflows, total U.S. money market fund assets reached a record 6.4 trillion at the end of 2023, fueled by high interest rates and attracting yield-seeking capital, which later shifted post-rate cuts. Current, as of December 4th, 2025, total U.S. money market fund assets stand at a record 8.02 trillion, following a 105 billion weekly increase through December 1st, amid sustained high yields and year-end liquidity demands per industry tracker Crane data. Okay. Yet again, the money is coming, bro. They are not done riding this pony. They're not done. Kicking the can down the road, that's what they do best. If you think this time's any different, they're going to kick this shit. They're going to kick it until there's nothing left to kick, until it's a pile of mush.
Wouldn't it be fun if the U.S. is buying Bitcoin and it scares China and Russia so they don't start buying Bitcoin?
Wouldn't it be fun if the next arms race was not for weapons, it was for Bitcoin? Wouldn't it be fun if The U.S.
This guy's
is
laughing
buying
in her face.
Bitcoin, and it scares China and Russia, so they start buying Bitcoin.
Oh, I'm sure they'll be fucking terrified of Bitcoin.
And we have an arms race over Bitcoin instead of over weapons. That we're as globally, we're challenging each other to have a
To have this pet rock,
secure
dude.
store of value.
Oh,
Wouldn't it be fun?
Wouldn't it be fun? Yeah, how about they fight over my fupa? How about that? It'd be better if they fought about anything else other than fucking, yeah, we're going to send a nuclear wasteland your way. How about we put that shit aside and let's just buy Bitcoin, guys? China, Russia, cut the shit. You want money, you want power, you got it. You just buy some Bitcoin, that's it. But why do we buy the Bitcoin? Because I have a stake in it. Okay, we'll get right on that. That's exactly how that's gonna go, right? Oh, Cynthia Loomis, you are just so... God, she is hot. No, I'm just kidding, dude. All right, what is next, bro? Yeah, we can't go into the North Pole rabbit hole yet. Might have to save that for Patreon. According to crypto dad Giancarlo, the Genius Act will shape stablecoin markets just like Forex, with attributes such as liquidity and redemption periods driving value differentiation among issuers like Circle, Paxos, and Tether.
There are going to be apps that are going to be available only on this stablecoin or not on that stablecoin. And they're going to compete with all kinds of other elements.
Yes,
and
sir.
liquidity is going to play a part in this. So I fully believe that in a very short while, as soon as a year, first in the over-the-counter markets, eventually on exchange, you're going to see markets develop like foreign exchange markets, but are going to be stablecoin markets, where the marketplace will work out the difference between a Circle digital dollar and a Paxos digital dollar and a Tether digital dollar. And the marketplace is going to assign a value to depth of liquidity. It's going to assign a value to a shorter redemption period or a longer redemption period and other factors. While the idea is that a dollar would be a dollar from one stable coin to another, the fact of the matter is it's not going to be that way at all. It's going to be like a whole new foreign exchange class that's going to shift every day based upon liquidity factors.
Chainlink and Ripple, baby. Oh, they are positioned beautifully. Literally all of them. Not all of them, but you know what I'm saying. What do we got here? Justin, Binance founder CZ, showcasing Peter Schiff how Bitcoin is better than gold. I wanted them to have a fucking bare-knuckle boxing match, dude.
It has I think it's Kyrgyz language. I took it back from Kyrgyzstan. He has a certificate. I got this from a very important person from Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah, my father.
Very recently, just completely by luck. So we take it out. It's pretty heavy. I'll put this down. You can see, like it says, Kyrgyzstan, 1,000 grams, fine gold, 99.9.9, and a serial number. Try it.
Yes. Yeah, it's heavy.
Is it real gold or no?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I mean, is this what you're trying to? I mean.
It has I think.
That's a good troll. That is a good troll. Yeah, I gotta see this full thing. This is gonna be fantastic. Oh no, here we go. Yeah, this is what the world needed, bro. Just in, world's biggest YouTuber, Mr. Beast, to launch financial services platform. I'm sure that's gonna go mighty fine for him. Maybe it does. I've never tried, dude. Even since the early days, I've never trusted him ever. Something about him doesn't pass the sniff test, bro. Bro has to be optimistic. He runs the frickin' company. Yo, he's talking shit about Brad.
That are continuing to provide tailwinds for this industry. Then I think as we go into 2026, I don't remember being this optimistic in the last handful of years, where you do have, as Richard said, regulatory clarity in the largest economy in the world. And I think people underprice this. 22% of global GDP is the United States. And this is a market that has been really openly hostile to crypto for 4 or 5 years, or maybe longer.
They're on the page.
And now you have that has changed significantly pretty quickly, but the institutions are still catching up with that to some degree. You saw Franklin Templeton on stage here, you saw BlackRock on stage. Just this week, I think Vanguard has now opened up, Vanguard historically has said, we won't touch crypto. And now they've had a massive sea change. That's just one of many things that are creating those tailwinds. And so I that are continuing to provide.
And this guy's going, yeah, he has to be optimistic. He runs the fucking company. I mean, I don't know how you couldn't be optimistic. Like, I understand this guy's always beefing with Ripple XRP, but how the fuck could you not be optimistic? Yet again, we're not looking short term. I don't know. I don't get it. I do understand that, though. Like, when he is out there talking good about XRP or whatever, it's like, of course he's going to do that. But on the same hand, the future does look really bright for some of these projects, my guy. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's all going to fucking zero, everything. Not Bitcoin, though. Bitcoin, $7 trillion. All in Bitcoin. That's it. China, Russia. This is when the new bull run will start, according to Binance. Who is this guy? Joshua Jake? Yo, not JJ.
If you want to know when the bull market's going to start again, according to the largest crypto exchange, Binance, they think that we're going to see a market comeback in Q1 of 2020.
Is that what they said? We are going to see a market come back in Q1 2026. February and March will be a bull market again based on combination of... Yo, come on. I don't want to wait till then. January, February. I guess a couple of months. We've waited this long. I do think the first half of Q1 is going to blow people's balls off, dude. Once they get that Clarity Act signed, man.
Now, this is coming from the head of research at CoinMarketCap. I am more of a CoinGecko guy myself, but these platforms have millions of users and are farming so much crypto data, it is insane. And at this Binance event, she claims these indicators are showing for early signs of a 2026 bull run. That is ETFs, inflows into cryptocurrency exchange traded funds, the crypto and fear index, which has been at 20 extreme fear for like the last month, historical market cycles, patterns from cycles including February bull run setups, post-December stabilization, the stablecoin market cap currently at $318 billion now with over $116 billion in trading volume. She says this indicates liquidity and potential for rapid market shifts. And then asset prices and volumes. Bitcoin at $90K, Ethereum at $3,000, TIA at $3, alongside broader trading volumes as baselines for rebound confirmation.
Wait, what did he say? What's at $3? What's he reading? Bitcoin at $90K, Ethereum and Celsius. Celestia, TIA, what the fuck is that? Why is CEO, is he a shill? What the hell is that?
Potentially leading us to a near V-shaped recovery in Q1. If you want me to do a video on what my portfolio looks like, comment portfolio.
Oh yeah, I'm sure with a fucking winner like Celestia. What the fuck is that? What is he?
In the comments below. Personally, I've been taking advantage of scalp trade. This was an $1,800 win today with our group. But long term, I think you're going to start seeing a lot of the top cryptos shift.
That's an intelligent take right there. This guy, I really wonder if this guy smokes PCP on the daily, Michael Saylor. He's always posting this AI generated shit, like him in a fucking boxing uniform and stuff. What's he doing all day?
Beautiful in a way that stands out without trying. It shows up in the wild, in sunsets, in sparks, in anything that refuses to stay quiet.
Dude, a volcano will fuck you up.
Orange is energy.
Orange, you're glad
confidence.
I didn't say banana?
It is the color people choose when they stop asking for permission.
When they choose.
Orange means movement.
Orange, you're glad.
It means power without force. It means building a life.
Oh, this music might be copyrighted, these fucking guys. As much as I would love to sit here. Oh, there's the orange.
Touch, feel, or hold in your hand.
Yeah, this music might be FOMO 2021 choose Bitcoin. What the hell? Like, how does anyone look at that and go, yeah, that's the future right there? What is he talking about, David Icke? He's going to get me in trouble. Oh, who's this guy? Liam? He's bald. We premiered. All right, cool.
Give a shit. Is there a chance that I'm a reptile and I don't even know it?
Well, why can't we see them then? Well, my answer to that is you can hardly see anything, mate. There is a global network of secret societies that are driving human dystopia.
That's true.
Having sex with dead bodies, drinking blood, satanic human sacrifice ritual.
Do you think King Charles could be a satanic paedophile?
What the fuck is going on? That's what I want to know. So what happens at death? Reincarnation is real. We're not human. We are consciousness having a...
Oh, this music might be copyrighted too. Yo, guys, you gotta this fucking music. We will definitely be tuning into that. I've never seen too much. Yo, we're dumping. Oh my god, this is it. This is it, bro. Yo. Get your shit together. You kidding me? I was trying to make myself cry so I could come back and be crying, but I can only get them watery.
If it is found that survivors were actually killed while clinging on to that boat, should Secretary Hegseth, Admiral Bradley, or others be punished?
I think you're going to find that this is war, that these people were killing our people by the millions, actually, if you look over a few years. I think last year we lost close to 300,000 people were killed. That's not mentioning all the families. Have you seen what happens with the families of not only the people killed, the people that are trying to get their son or their daughter off of this poison that they've been fed? I think you're going to find that there's a very receptive ear to doing exactly what they're doing, taking out those boats. And very soon we're going to start doing it on land too, because we know every route, we know every house, we know where they manufacture this crap, we know where they put it all together, and I think you're going to see it very soon on land also. Yeah, please.
So to be clear, you support the decision to kill survivors after the initial
No, I support the decision to knock out the boats, and whoever's piloting those boats, most of them are gone, but whoever are piloting those boats, they're guilty of trying to kill people in our country. Yeah, please.
Yeah, I don't know too much deep into this. I know that they were that Call of Duty mission when you're in the AC-130 and you're popping them. They're doing that to drug boats apparently, and it just relates in my mind back to crypto, where in this kind of cascading events of what would need to happen to really help our bags essentially is oil price. You know they're going there for that oil, and that's the cover, you know, like double whammy. It's always, oh yeah, we're doing this, but we really want that in the background that no one's paying attention to. We see the game plan with that coming. This setting the stage with that narrative. These guys just skeeve me out, because someone in the chat the other day said that if he turns around and there's like the Voldemort head on their back, I can't. And he's a fucking snake too, this guy. His dad's CIA or something. You got to fact check me on that.
Yes, heavy.
Is it real gold or no?
Well, I don't know. I mean, is this what you're trying to? I mean, let's see how it looks. Well, you know, the color is a little. This is pure gold. My bracelet is pure gold, so the color looks.
That honestly is fantastic, dude. Yo, Russia's second largest bank, VTB, to launch Bitcoin and crypto trading. Oh, these fucking guys are absolutely horrendous. Bitcoin and. Ugh. Enough, please. In summary, 2025's data paints XRP as Bitcoin's agile counterpart. This was the other thing to bring us back a little bit to reality in my mind, I feel. So I am more inclined to believe this type of price prediction when Brad says,
I'll go out on the limb and I'll say Bitcoin 180,000 December 23rd or December 31st, 2026.
All right, where's the prediction?
That seems like a realistic number in my mind. But yet again, who knows? No one knows. I'd rather be on this end where, you know, if Bitcoin doubles down to 180K, expect XRP at $4.60, $5 conservatively, scaling to $6+ on rotation. This isn't speculation. It's patterned on the year's proven edge. Do your own research. Crypto's volatile, but the ratio doesn't lie. That's what I'm saying. That $5, $5 to $10, and you're not thinking big enough, you idiot. You have no idea. I'm talking just short term, guys. You know, I'd rather be skeptical. We were in early enough where these are all beautiful prices. Doesn't mean selling my whole, or like, why the fuck would you ever sell your whole bag? But if you want to take profits, that's a nice profit being in early enough. You kidding me? I don't know, $100 end of the year. I don't know about that. I would love to be wrong, because I'll be buying a fucking Porsche, you know? Be driving around like a bitch. No, I'm just kidding. Another rejection at 220. Oh, so sad, bro. 212. I might scoop up more. My recent entry prices into this were, I got in at 208, and then recently I got in at 215. So I would like to get those numbers up, bro. Those are rookie numbers. You kidding me? Yeah, this was beyond creepy, to say the least. This is one of the photos, apparently, released by Congress from the Big E's Island. If this is real, that is horrifying. That is scarier than a horror movie, dude. Something about that. If that's fucking real, what went on in that room? What went on? If it's real. Yet again, I don't know how many times I got to reiterate, because they got us questioning everything now. AI's arrived at the perfect time where they could just kind of like, whatever, fake anything. These guys, arm wrestling starting soon, getting ready backstage. Yo, these guys, the hell we got? Yo, I see that. Yo, these guys. All right. Yo, Ripple Brad Garlinghouse says 2026 is shaping up to be a breakout year for crypto. I bet it is, Bradley. Oh, no, we watched that already. My bad. Yo, independent journalist Whitney Webb deconstructs the climate change agenda in under 60 seconds.
Why don't they talk about planting trees? Why isn't Bill Gates the largest, private landowner in the U.S. now planting trees like crazy if he's so worried about carbon dioxide? you know, he poo-poos the whole idea of planting trees as a way to combat climate change. It's just carbon markets and going to electric vehicles and all of this stuff. But electric vehicles necessitates mass mining, and a lot of that mining is in places that use child labor, or it's going to be so environmentally destructive you totally destroy the developing world, which, you know, these people on the left supposedly want to protect. You're going to totally destroy the environment. But really what it's about is controlling how much energy people can use. And if you can control how much energy a household can use, you can control their economic activity. You also control how many how big their family can get. It's fear-driven to get people to accept policies they otherwise wouldn't accept because they're told this cataclysmic event is just down the line. And trust us, again, is the conclusion of that. There's people that agree with the narrative about climate change, and there's people that don't. And I'm not trying to really get in that space when I talk about this stuff. I'm trying to point out that the solutions are coming mostly from Wall Street. And then you have people like Larry Fink of BlackRock and Michael Bloomberg and Mark Carney coming together in something like GFAN saying, why don't we give Wall Street direct control of the IMF and the World Bank for climate change? You know,
right.
How can anyone on the left that's worried about climate change sign up on that?
You talk about someone who is so deep in the research regarding the big E. She might be at the top of that. She knows a lot of shit. You'd have to fact check, you know, some of it. You always do your own research, but the amount of she has that not even ranting ability, but just like the info, a perfectly organized library in her head. It's just like boom, 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 chain to this, but then this, but then like it's very impressive. I don't know, what was that? The world's run by PDF files. Yeah, I mean, anyone could have told you that. Guys, there's a lot of conspiracy stuff. I'm actually going to go on the Patreon right now. I'm going to continue this video. Remember when Klaus Schwab's mentor, the late Henry Kissinger, made a hasty exit after being confronted about the depopulation agenda? And then there was that one in the beginning we're going to do. The North Pole rabbit hole. We got world being run by PDF files. Guys, join the group. Linked in the description below. The Minutemen. Exclusive videos there weekly. And that's where we go if they ever nuke the YouTube channel. But I'm going to jump into those stories and continue this video right now. I will see you over on Patreon. Let's get it.